Hello there, this is MusicMan0150, also known as Gary, and yes, I'm back again with another video for you. And what I'd like to show you today is an upgrade of my workshop. Yep, yesterday I spent the whole day cleaning up the workshop here, and as you can see, I just have one computer sitting here on the bench. And over here on the right side of the bench, usually where it's all cluttered up with all kinds of stuff, it's all clear. Finally got it all cleared up, and now I'm able to work on real big things. You know, maybe a keyboard or a large television, or, you know, a couple of things like, you know, computers or whatever. But now at least I'll be able to work on either one large item or a few small items at the same time without having to work on the floor. Because that's what I was doing. I was actually working on the floor, and it wasn't very comfortable. So I said to myself, you know, I'm going to take a day and just clean up this shop. And that's exactly what I did. And as you can see, what I ended up doing is this computer test monitor that I normally have here on the bench for testing computers. I raised it, and the way I raised it is, being that the Tandy SL2 computer isn't working, I'm now using it as a pedestal to raise the monitor. And that way I was able to move the monitor over a little bit. You can see here there's a side panel on the workbench here, and you can see how the monitor comes over that. With the pedestal that I had before, it wasn't quite high enough to move the monitor over. So this way I was able to move the monitor over, and also with the computer used as a pedestal, I was able to add another power strip. In fact, what I did was change one of my power strips with one from the music room. So that power strip that you see there is used to power this black IBM computer, the white Dell computer, the monitor, and also the 5-port hub that I have. That's used to connect directly to the internet, because I have a 50-foot cable running from here all the way into the studio to the main router. And then over here on the left hand side, you can see there's another strip that has the 4 televisions plugged in. That's right, 4 TVs, and they're all color. There's this standard Technica TV that I use as a standard TV set. There's the SR solid state TV. That's the one now that's going to be used as a remote room viewer. So like if I'm working on a project, say a video project in the studio, music studio, and I'm working here in the shop as well, I can power that TV on and see what's happening on the screen. And this is the Hitachi TV. I moved it over here because this one's also a remote set for another room, and I can have this one either view the music studio or the downstairs sitting room. Like if I want to watch a show from digital cable, I can have it on this TV or this one. It doesn't really matter. These two I'm using as remote sets, though, you know, for viewing the remote rooms, the remote video systems, actually, not the rooms, but the video systems, because these will pick up from the video centers that I have. And then this one, this big Zenith that I did have for the Magnesite, it's now being used as a video audio test monitor, like for working on VCRs or DVD players. And that's connected to, let's see if I could show it to you, because I got this computer in the way here. You could see, if I could trace it, there it is. See the white and red cable ends there? That is going to the big Zenith TV. That's a 25-foot cable, and that way I had enough cable to run from way over there to way over here without having to put two cables together. Because most likely, if I would have put two cables together, one of several things could have happened. I could have lost the signal totally from the cables coming apart from the couplers, or the signal could have been degraded. You know, video-wise, it could have been degraded a little bit. So this way, it's one single cable run. And so there's the big workbench set up, and then over here, I cleaned this off a little bit. I was trying to figure out some ways to arrange this this table or this bench, and what I ended up doing is, you can still see the Tandy computer. That's the TL, the 1000 TL. Then the RCA TV, which is the Magnesite TV, and now this monitor up here. This is a Tandy CGA EGA monitor that now will be used for checking those real old computers, those old IBMs that I still have, and be able to work on them. Because what I can do is, even if I have to stand the IBM on end, you know, being that those don't have CD drives in them, they can stand on end and still operate. So I'd be able to either put it here on the table if need be, or I can put it down here on the floor and be able to you know, work with it, at least test it. If I have to work on it, then I would bring it over to the big bench, you know, and figure out what's going on there, and then put it back here on the floor for the little bench and connect it to the monitor. So that's pretty much the setup now that I have, and it should work out good. And also too, you can see I hung a realistic speaker there, and that is connected to the little mini realistic amplifier that you see sitting there on the side of the Tandy computer. And the reason I did that is because a lot of times, if I'm working on, say, a very small tape recorder, or need to even just check out some projects that I'm doing. Like right now I'm building a, you can see here, I'm building a very, very low power FM transmitter. It's a kit that's strictly for in-house usage. Yes, this is another FM transmitter kit that I'm building, and it's only operable like maybe about 100 feet. So that way, once I have it built, you know, I can check it with a nearby radio, and I can plug in the radio into that amp, and then the amp connects to the speaker. The other thing that is going to be useful for that is, say, when we have blackouts. I have a weather radio that actually has an earphone jack, and I can plug that into the earphone. I could plug the cable from the radio into the amp, and then the amp will power that big speaker and be able to hear weather reports, you know, as needed. So that's an idea there too. And then of course the amp itself is useful, like if I need to check an equalizer or anything like that, because it's a high gain. It's a high gain amp, and so it even will work for microphones, believe it or not. So that's another factor for for that application. So that gives you a little overview of the setup here. And you can see here, these are the extra computers that I have, along with the big one that I'm planning to modify with the different media readers. The 3.5, 5.25, tape drive, jazz drive, zip drive, CD-ROM drive. I plan to modify that machine hopefully soon, so then I can have it set up and running. And then of course these are these other computers I have. I don't know what I'm going to do with them really. That little gateway that you see there, that's one that we worked on before, and it's still running. I'm going to keep that one. I think the only big one that I'm going to keep is that real large tower. I think the others I'm going to get, try to do something with. Either sell them or just give them to somebody. If worse comes to worse, I may recycle them. I'm going to have to check them and see. They should be okay yet. They still should be okay. But you can see right there, now that I cleared this out a little bit, you can see right there, there's the old standard IBM monochrome monitor. Now, notice it has no knobs on it, and the reason it doesn't have any knobs on it is because I had to take the knobs off of that one and put them on the color monitor, because the color monitor is underneath that. You can't see it because it's buried right now. But somehow or other, the knobs, the original knobs for the color monitor got broke, except for one of them. So two of them got broken, so I had to end up taking the knobs off of this monitor and put them on the color monitor. And now I'm trying to find, and I don't know if it's worth it or not, I may just go ahead and recycle the IBM CGA monitor. It's working, but I just don't have the space for it all. So I may just go ahead and recycle it, and then I'll keep the extra knob from the monitor, the color one, and put the other two back on the monochrome monitor, because that's a very, very rare classic monitor there, that monochrome. You can't find those hardly anywhere unless you go like to a website. There's a website actually known as abcreseller.com, and it's an independent computer store in Texas that sells these kind of vintage computers and accessories. So that would be the only place that you could probably find one, unless you went to eBay and looked there. And then down here, oh, my hand, I see my finger was getting in the way there. Down here, you can see I cleared this out too, and there's just some extra parts there. There's the Samsung monochrome monitor. That's a rare monitor too. I'm gonna try. I'm thinking about just keeping that monitor as long as I can, because I do have one IBM computer set up that runs monochrome, and I also have some monochrome cards, graphic cards, in the media room. They're in the crates. I'll show you kind of where they are, because I've got to get in here anyway. As soon as I'm done here, I got to get in here and whoops, I forgot to turn the lights on. I have to get in here and get my equipment together to go perform later today. So anyway, down here you can see, I don't know if you could see in there, I got some cards, video cards, audio cards. I'll have to go through the crates again and see what is what. let's see, this is down here. Okay, this one down here, that's got cards in it. I think one of them is video cards, one of them is audio cards. Okay, this one's drives. This one has extra drives in it. So that's extra drives. This is extra drives here. Oh, there's some other stuff in here too. Let's see. Wait. Let's see if I can see through there. Yeah, it's just drives. Okay, but that's where I'm going to be able to eliminate some of these drives, is by putting them into that one tower that will allow me to operate all media from one tower. And let's see. Okay, that's the tape crate. This is the floppy disk crate, and this is more equipment crate. So it's those bottom three that I got to go through. In fact, it might even just be the very bottom one that I got to go through and see what kind of cards I have in there. There's also, I just remembered, there's also cards. I think I have a box of old graphic cards and old motherboards out in the detached garage. So someday I'm going to have to go through that and see what I got. And a lot of that I may just recycle, because if I have enough supply in here that I can use, then I'm going to just go ahead and recycle the rest of that stuff, because it's just way too much to keep with the limited space I have. And you can see that I was pretty busy yesterday. Got this pretty well cleared out too. Once I get rid of these big boxes here, there's this big box here. One of them has all kinds of 5 1/4 discs, which I got to go through. And a lot of them I think I'm going to just, what I got to do first is I got to destroy the data on them, because a lot of them have probably confidential information. I got to destroy the data, and then I'll be able to recycle them. So that pretty much covers the update of the workshop and the media room as far as cleaning it out. Like I say, once I get rid of these boxes, then I'm going to have more room yet. And just to show you over here, I got some big boxes here, and all of these boxes, well, not the top box. The top box has my inventory of CDs that I made, CDs and DVDs. I'll show you. Let's see if I can do this without having to put the camera down, because the lid is closing on me. There we go. Okay. See, this is all my CDs and DVDs that I made. And this one here, the DVD that I made, is the old Girard High School, the final year. And for those of you that are local watching this, these are available. These are available. These are for sale, yes. And there's actually a few of them down at Daffin's Candy Store, downtown Girard. I just put some in this past Monday, I believe. Yeah, it was Monday I did that. So there's some down there. And then whoever else is interested, you can contact me and let me know that you want one, and I can give you the information on cost and everything. But this is the DVD of the old Girard High School. It closed in 2010, and they demolished it in 2011, as you probably remember from some videos I made before. And this disc, this is a music CD. This is my Cranked Up Christmas Classics. And this one was made back in 2007, I believe. So I'm due for another Christmas CD. Need to make one new one. Oh, that's the Christmas CD. I got several of those. Okay, let's see what else we have. This is this is another one I made. This one's called Mozart's Modernized Melodies. I made this one back in '07 as well, and you can see there's a price on this one that they are $15 each. Anyone interested in one? If you're watching and you're not locally, like in the Youngstown, Warren, Niles area, they are available on cdbaby.com as well. So if if you're interested in one of these titles, you can find them at cdbaby.com as well. The Mozart Modernized Melodies CD, the Christmas CD, and this one is also my first. This was my very first CD that I made. Kicked Up Keyboard Classics. This was the very first one that I made. And this was done in '06. And this one's also available on cdbaby.com. So those are the titles that I have here in the inventory. And there's actually one more. There's actually one more that I made. And I'm looking to see if I have at least one copy laying around. And it doesn't look like I do. It's called Peaceful Atmosphere. It's an original CD that I made, and it is all meditation music. Let me look here in the media room real quick, and then I'm going to have to get going here. Let me look here in the media room and see if I can locate. Ah, here it is. This is it. This is the Peaceful Atmosphere CD that I made. All original music, and it's meditation music. So this one's also available on CD Baby as well, if you're watching from anywhere outside of the Youngstown, Warren surrounding area. So there you have it. My inventory of CDs, as well as the update of the shop and the media room cleanup. And like I was about to say too, before we got sidetracked on the box of the inventory CDs that I have, the other boxes have all videotapes. Yep. Videotapes that aren't really useful to me anymore, so I'm going to try to do something with those. Cassette tapes, getting rid of some of those because I still got a whole bunch. And any tapes that I want to put stuff on permanently, I still got a bunch for that purpose as well too. So anyway, that's going to do it for now, because I do have to get my equipment together to go perform at Heritage Manor this afternoon for 2 p.m. and also possibly have a quick bite of lunch. So with that, this is MusicMan0150 signing off for now, and if I don't get back to you later today with more videos, we'll definitely do more tomorrow, which will be Friday, or over the weekend. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.